Welcome to Conversations in the Closet with your host, motivational speaker, fitness expert, and fashion guru, Teresa Romer.
Welcome back to Conversations in the Closet. We are getting even deeper into this stolen lawn jockeys. I don't even know what that is. Is it a little man on a horse?
Well, it's because you're not from the East Coast.
Oh.
No, it's the little guy in the driveway. It's a little racist thing that stands out at the end of your driveway holding like a lantern. It's like the jockey, but you're usually in blackface. It's a racist thing, I think.
Oh, wow.
But they're all over the East Coast.
Wow.
So whenever I would get drunk, I would take a lawn jockey, and we would actually take the lawn jockey and write a letter to the people who had the house and say, from the lawn jockey, and say, I've been in your driveway for years, I never got a vacation. And then we took the lawn jockey everywhere. Like, we took him to the beach, I painted him so he had a tan, he had all these girls' bikinis with their heads cropped off. We took him to Atlantic City and had him like at a casino. I mean, we took him everywhere for like 2 years. And then I didn't want to get him back. So then we got another one, and it actually became our fraternity mascot were these lawn jockeys. I think Sam and Towson still has my lawn jockey. But the point of that story was, the second one I had to get, I was a really bad driver. I drove like my car was a Ferrari, and it wasn't. It was not.
Well, we all have to live our fantasies.
That's
somehow,
right.
Right.
And there's just these really hilly roads
Oh,
in Maryland. There's just big hills. I completely wiped out and just smashed the side of my car.
This is the Mercedes?
I'm not going to say because I can cry. But I smashed the side of my car on the road. I'm like, what am I going to do? So I called my dad at 3 a.m. and said, Dad, I don't know how to change a tire. And he came out, and I'm of course, like, you can tell I'm not right. He sees a lawn jockey in the back. My friend drunk passed out going, trying to cover it up. And he was smiling. He was really proud of me. And I'm like, what? And later on, I found out he was a hellion. Like, he actually...
Oh, see? Hereditary.
He did the exact same thing. He wrecked a car trying to outrun the police to become an alcohol drug runner.
So we've kind of gotten a little off track
topic,
here,
I'm sorry.
but I want to go back to, in this final segment, to talk to our viewers and our listeners more about how we can help the young kids coming out. You know, because I get, and Mr. Fabulous can contest to this, I get so many letters, I get so many messages on, whether it be YouTube or Instagram, on how they've come out or they're scared to come out because they don't think their family is going to accept them, or they did come out and the family's not accepting them.
You know why they are drawn to you.
Why is that?
To me, it's really obvious because, and that's why
Mother Teresa.
I fell in love with you before I even met you. In fact, I think that's actually how we met. It was either at a fundraiser or online, but I fell in love with the fact that you were not ashamed of who you are. You worked really, really hard to get where you are, and you're proud of your success. You don't hide it. You're not ashamed of it.
Right.
And in America is something we always say, work hard and try to achieve these things, but then it's a bad taboo if you ever like, I'm proud of myself, I've achieved this. And you weren't like that. And you're very confident and strong and have this strength. So when these kids are coming out, they're petrified. Is my family going to leave me? Am I going to lose all my friends?
Right.
What's going to happen? I go to school, and am I ever going to be able to have kids? A lot of parents are deathly afraid. I can't tell you how many times, because we wrote for the paper like our entire history of surrogacy, and we were part of an underground railroad to help other couples do it.
Right.
But people are drawn to you because you have that strength, and so they're looking to find out, how did you get to be so strong? Because I don't know if you told your story yet, but your story is really quite incredible, of having several times in your life where you just had to start over and build back up to where you are now is amazing, and where you come from. Right. So naturally, people who are in that same situation will be drawn to you.
Right.
Plus, you're hot, so, and have good shoes. So hot, good shoes. You're a gay man's fantasy.
But I just, I constantly talk to Fab about this. I'm like, I don't know. This is a lot of pressure on my shoulders. I feel like I have this huge responsibility for these young kids. Like, I guess when I was that age, I was not looking at somebody my age now as a mentor or that I aspired to be like or anything like that. So I'm like, wow, this is a lot of responsibility to be this role model for these young kids. I'm like, wow.
Well, on the flip side, I'm incredibly encouraged and thrilled that there are people like you who are willing to be role models and willing to be supportive of young gay men and women, because for a long time we relied on the gay community.
Right.
And the only way we ever achieved any equality, and I don't care who wants to argue me, comment below, and I'll tell you what I think about it, was having to get straight allies on board. And the more and more people who got to know us, I can't tell you how many people told Matt and I, like, gays shouldn't have kids, gays shouldn't have any rights, but you guys are okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think your kids are great and you're good parents.
Yeah.
And when we first started writing our blog, I got death threats. Like, we literally had to hire security people to remove our names and stuff, because I had people writing and saying, I'm going to come kill you and take your kids away.
See?
We still have politicians here in Texas who still put out platforms they would take kids kids away from gays. So it's amazing to me that there are women like you and men who are going to stand out and tell their truth, tell their story, and it's so relatable. You're relatable on a wide array, and I think that's amazing, and that's why one of the many reasons I love you. That and this closet, and I need to go shopping. For if you don't know, I'm only on the second floor. The really good stuff's downstairs.
So, if you had to give any advice as a gay man yourself, and you've come as far as you've come, and what would that be? Like, what would you tell a younger you?
Actually,
in today's world now,
it wouldn't be about the coming out part, because I think you're going to know from your family, because there's enough discussion that you're going to have an understanding.
Right.
For me, I would say don't get so hung up on the stereotypes of what you should look like or what you should do or how you should be, because that was a big problem for me. And women go through this. You're constantly seeing these images of women who've been photoshopped to an unreal proportion, and dolls and magazines being told to be thinner and thinner. And that's so as gay men, we're actually inundated the same way. And I became anorexic and bulimic. Hey, that's another new topic. In high school, when I was coming out and started dating this guy,
because you thought as a gay man you needed to be super skinny.
You need to be. You need
to
look
thought
a certain
that
way.
a couple years ago too.
I'm gonna tell you,
you never got rid of that one.
It took forever to get rid of that damn baby weight. It took 3-4 doctors.
And let's remember when we met, you were heavier.
Yeah, it's true. You met me when I was still losing it, because I had surgery.
Yeah, I think you'd only been a few months into.
Yeah, I didn't have any of the other face work.
Right. So when we met, he was heavier, and I liked him then.
I know.
I didn't need him to be skinny. I didn't need. I was like, Michael, you're fine the way you are. You know, and I understand you're going to lose some more weight because.
I can't wait for the weight to come back.
In my mind, it was like, I'm glad he's losing weight for health reasons.
Yeah, she's actually always beaten me up that you need to stop the inner dialogue about losing weight for the way you look, especially being a father with a daughter. And that I really appreciate that advice, because you're blunt and direct, and you're one of those friends who tell you that the things you need to hear, even if you don't need to hear it. And so I have changed that dialogue to talk to them about kids, about eating healthy. I still have body dysmorphia. I'm very well aware of all of my dysfunctions, and the list is as long as the the number of shoes you have in this closet. But it's something I still have to work with. I still try not to be bulimic or anorexic.
So for our viewers and our listeners, that one piece of advice, maybe there's a 11, 12, 13-year-old out there that's wanting to come out and maybe has come out and their parents are not accepting them. What would you tell them?
I would say where you are now is not where you're going to be in 10 years.
Right.
And don't even worry that you're not like the people around you. I knew I wasn't like the people around me, and I got the hell out of Dodge. And I'm now around, almost all of my friends are straight, wealthy, beautiful women. I have a few gay friends, but your life will change drastically so many times. So you may feel alone or scared at this moment, or you may look around and say, I'm not like any of these. Like, in the gay community, we've got everything from like drag queens to really butch men. It doesn't matter. You be you, and you just hold on. It will get better. There's a reason they have that slogan and they have that foundation, because it does get better.
Right.
Right.
So I just, like I said, I'm one of those people that I'm not accepted. And I'm going to tell you why. Is because, I guess the stereotype wealthy woman is normally snobbish.
Yeah. how so many people ask me all the time about you, but they will never come to your face and ask the questions they ask me. And my answer is, why don't you go and ask her? I get it all the time.
What's the question?
Oh my God, they would ask, like, is she really a bitch? Or like, is she really nice? Is her stuff fake? And like, I get so many questions. I'm like, have you seen this woman's house? She drives a Rolls and a Bentley. I don't think she needs to be buying fakes. And even if she does, I see the Chanel you're wearing is a phone out. So let's stop clocking other people. Like, so I got lots of questions.
I think the reason I'm not accepted either in my community is because I'm not like that.
You're not.
I'm not a snob. I'm not a bitch. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. We all sit on the toilet and go to the bathroom the same way. I'm very blunt. I'm out there. I don't dress like normal wealthy women. And I get comments all the time of, oh, that's why the really wealthy women of Houston don't accept her, is because she's just a wannabe, or she's this. And I'm like,
you are still not a wannabe, but I see that. I was trying to think of the big grand dames. There's a lot of very old money in Houston, and they're very, very, you have the right lineage, and we were talking cotillions and all of that.
Yeah.
But you've never cared about fitting in that system, and that's another reason people are drawn to you, because you're like, I don't need that. I
don't need to live in River Oaks and have that zip code. I don't need to be accepted by all those women, because I don't look at the little tiny picture. I look at the really big picture. I look at the world. When I'm in LA, I just fit in.
Well, I think you're happy with yourself. You have to be, of all you've achieved.
Right. But like when I'm in LA, or when I'm in New York, or when I'm in Europe, I just fit in, because so I don't care about the little picture of Houston or this or that. I don't need the Women of Distinction award. I don't need. I'm out there rocking and rolling every single day, making my way on this earth.
I will tell you, you are the hardest working person I know. You literally are. But yes, it is true.
Anyways, so I hope you got the message today. I hope what we talked about is helping someone that's listening right now or watching this right now. Just take Michael's words of advice.
Comment below. I'll reach out and talk to you. I can't tell you. I'm actually mentoring 4 different families with how to show their son, because they know their kid is gay and their son is actually afraid to come out to them, and they want them to come out.
Right.
So
with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this today. And make sure you get out there and find us everywhere on social media. We will also leave Michael's information on your Instagram and your Facebook.
Yes, you won't get my phone number. I am married. Happily married.
No, but we like to be able to leave information so that if someone wants to reach out to you personally,
you can Google me. I'm Googleable.
But we want them to have your Instagram and your Facebook information, so that maybe they can private message you that way also. So with that said, guys, until next time and another segment of Conversations in the Closet, we will see you later. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Conversations in the Closet. We will return again same time next week. Brought to you by NI30D Athletics.